Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. I'm Ombra and today we're gonna talk about a commander guide of Elrond, the Lord of Imladris. As always, this guide is made in a collaboration with the core community. If you wanna join that on Discord, you're gonna find the link on the description of the video. First and start, I wanna ask you to smash like on that video and also subscribe to my channel if you're not already. That's gonna help me a lot to grow on YouTube and reach more people. Elrond is an elven commander who excel on boosting damage and resistance of his troops. In a meta dominated by damage dealer commander, Elrond still find a place in some specific formation for be really great and have a really great effectiveness, and is an excellent commander for dealing damage and also for tanking for DPS. Elrond at respect 5 have 23 points to spend on his skill. First, you want place 10 points on Villian's Ringbearer to give his formation a 70% chance to gain follow-up. In addition, this skill will grant 5 of initiative to the commander and also provide initiative skill to your formation in the first round. After that, you wanna place absolutely 10 points on Half Elven to increase the attack and defense of men and elves by 30 for all the battle. And when you reach level 10 of that skill, you also gonna have plus 3 attack and plus 3 defense for a total of 33 of attack and 33 of defense for your formation. Then you wanna place 1 point on Lord of Imladris, a skill that inflicts 23% physical damage on 2 enemy formations on round 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. The function of this skill is not doing damage but just consume the precious use of the enemy's defense skills. Finally, you can place the last 2 points on Elf Lord to provide Herald's troops with the ability to reduce the defense of each enemy formation by 3 every time its troop inflict basic attack. At respect 5, Herald have already the 2 main skill maximized, so you can use that on the battlefield at good level as a damage dealer or as a tank, but you don't reach the soft cap because at respect 10 gonna gain a lot more potential. With the 3 points you gain at respect 10, you're gonna increase the Elf Lord to increase the debuff to 7.5 of defense each time the Herald's troop hit an enemy, and also reducing the attack of the same value. The respect 3 skill of Herald is a very great supportive skill and reducing a lot the damage deal from an enemy formation, in particular because Herald troops gonna have follow-up so can attack twice each round, and this debuff stack. At respect 10, Herald reached the soft cap and can be considered already a very great commander. At maximum respect, you're gonna have 7 points more to assign to his skills. You're gonna place 5 of that on Elf Lord to bring his debuff to minus 15 of defense, minus 15 of attack and also minus 15 of focus. Let's bring the maximum reducing stat at minus 60 each round for each stat, and here is where you reach the hard cap of Herald, because go over that is completely useless in my opinion. But if you are a Mega Kraken and you want max that, you can place of course 2 more points on Lord of Imladris for increased damage of this skill to 69%. Herald don't have a lot of commander damage, so it don't gonna change a lot, but it's still something. Herald is a commander who aims to maximize the damage and resistance of his troops, and for this reason he will need mainly the command statistic for increase the damage dealt and reduce the damage received from his troops. As secondary statistic you won't use on them unit attack, and for last of course you want unit defense. Talking about the weapon, I can say it's fundamental for Elrond cause give the highest amount of command. The best in slot is the gigantic hammer, which provide 240 of command, 48 of unit attack and 6 of unit defense. In alternative, you can use the Elven White Knife, which provide 220 of command, 42 of unit attack and 12 of unit defense. A bit inferior than a gigantic hammer, but still very powerful. At epic level, what I suggest is the Mirkwood Bow. It's the best choice cause provide 130 command and also 18 of unit attack. Talking about the armor, for Herald I can say is the least important piece because doesn't give any command stat. The best is the Ranged Shroud that provide 45 of unit attack. Alternative, you can run the Tracker Plate that provide 27 of unit attack and 12 of unit defense, and at epic level you can run the Goblin Armor for have 15 of unit attack, but at this level what I suggest you is close set effect, you're gonna gain more than what you gain from an armor. Talking about the helmet, the best in slot is the Hunter's Guide that provide 130 of command, 48 of unit attack and 6 of unit defense. As alternative, you can think to run the War Helmet for have 120 of command, 42 of unit attack and 12 of unit defense. At epic level, the best choice is the Trapper's Hood, which provides 70 of command and 18 of unit attack. For last, talking about the accessory, the best in slot is the Carved Dragon Tooth, which provide 120 of command, 27 of unit attack and 27 of unit defense. Immediately after that, there's the Orthancs Devil Eye, which provide 110 of command, 24 of unit attack and 15 of unit defense, and at epic level what I suggest is the Wizard Firework, which provides 70 of command and 18 of unit attack. The best set effect for this commander are two, and are directly related to the role you want your Herald to play. In case you want to use it to make the most early game burst, you can use the War Cry, will be the best set effect, increasing the damage dealt of your unit by 20% in the first 3 rounds. In case you want to use in more defensive way, you can use Divide and Conquer for provide -2% damage received each round, which will stack 10 times. Alternative, at purple level you can use Sharp Blade, which provide +20 of attack, that will increase the damage of your troop, in particular where you are under the soft cap of attack. And if you have no one of the previous bonus, you can think to run Might, that's gonna increase the physical damage dealt by your formation by 10% for the entire battle, and is not related to the soft cap of your attack, so if you are full golden it's better than Sharp Blade. Talking about the unique heralds, have the Endfang, and statistically talking have command, unit attack and unit defense, all statistic you want. The bonus effect is the Throw Cleaver that grant an extra hit every time herald launch a normal attack, deal 70% physical damage to an enemy formation, and this attack have also Pursuit. Overall I think it's a great idea unlock this item, at least for have the extra attack for burning the enemy usage of the defensive skill, and if you have enough golden item for strengthen, you can gain a very good statistic from that. However, it's not recommended use more mithril for refine that item, cause you don't gonna gain nothing from increasing the damage of the bonus effect, cause Herald is not a commander damage dealer. Talking about troops, on Herald we have 6 potential options to run. The Heralds are an elven small unit, excellent with Herald in frontline to launch powerful attack and counter attack on the enemy, but at the same time resist with the high amount of HP and defense. Then you can run the Sentinel, a ranged alternative to the Herald, weaker in terms of HP and defense, but capable to attacking from distance and causing enormous amount of damage on the enemy. Then the March Wardens, a T4 unit of elves, small unit, much more expensive than the previous ones, but a lot more devastating, which combinate very high amount of HP and defense with an insane amount of damage. Also thanks to the Pursuit skill, synergize fantastic with the follow-up for don't miss any single shot. Then you can think to run the Woos Hunter, a neutral small unit ranged that have a skill called Forest Bite for inflict an extra hit every time hit with a basic attack that deals 20% poison damage, and also with the ambush tactics give initiative to this unit in the first 4 rounds. Then we can talk about the Swan Knight. If you wanna run Herald full tank, this is the best unit you want. They are a T4 human cavalry medium unit with an insane amount of HP and defense, and with the skill Protector in the first 3 rounds, gonna protect 2 allied formation from enemy basic attacks. Lastly, I wanna talk about Keepers, another elf neutral unit, melee small unit with very low amount of HP and defense, but with an insane amount of damage, and also thanks to the enchanted enchanted weapon, the ability to inflict an additional 20% focus damage each time they inflict an attack, which synergizes fantastic with the follow-up of Herald, will give them a chance to hit 4 times in a round. Talking about the commander I suggest to play with Elrond, for sure you won't play Gil-galad that provides elves evasion in the first 2 rounds, and also increase the attack and defense for the first 5, making them a perfect support if you wanna run Elrond like a main DPS. Then Gandalf the White with the skill White Rider that increase the damage received from 3 enemy formation by 25% in the first 4 rounds, really synergic with the follow-up of Herald, and also with the skill White Council for protect 4 formation, reducing the damage received suffer for the first 7 hits. It's really great for protect an Herald DPS. For last I wanna mention Sauron. If you play not RP server, the receiver skill gonna increase the damage suffered from 3 enemy formations for all the battle, and with the skill the enemy you gonna also reduce the stat of the enemy commander that synergize really well with the respective skill of Herald that also reduce the stat of them, and gonna protect Herald with a lot of CC. Talking about counter, who for sure counter Herald is Gil-galad. With the skin Kingly Kin can completely annihilate the Herald, giving evasion to allied formation, negate the DPS of Herald when the follow-up is up. The only exception to this counter is if you run the Marshwarden of Herald, who grant Pursuit to every single hit and ignore the Gil-galad evasion. For last I wanna mention the Mouth of Sauron with the skill Harbinger of Darkness. This skill gonna reduce the attack of 3 enemy and allied formation in the first 3 rounds, drastically decrease the strength of Herald in the moment when Vilya's Ringbearer skill provide follow-up, and for this reason I think is at least a soft counter of them. That's all for this Herald guide. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, just smash like on that and also subscribe to my channel for a future content. Let me know in the comment what you think about this build, if you agree with what I say, or if you have a different opinion, let me know that. Like always, I wanna remember you my affiliated link down below in the comment and also in the description of the video. If you wanna buy gem on the game and you wanna support also my channel, you can use that. You're gonna have a bit of discount and also you're gonna support directly my channel. Thank you for following me and see you in the next. Woo!